If I pick up a handful of dirt in the Mississippi Delta, what am I looking at? You're looking at a mixture of the whole middle of America, from the Rocky Mountain Continental Divide all the way over to the Appalachians and up to the Canadian border.
One of the important things to understand about the Mississippi River Delta is it's made of the rest of the continent. Little grains of sand and mud and dirt come from fields in Iowa and Wisconsin and other places like that. And they get into the rivers, and they gradually make their way down the river, into a bigger river, into a bigger river, into the Mississippi, and then eventually get transported down to the Gulf of Mexico.
The Mississippi Delta is one of the richest wetland communities on planet Earth, fed by a half a continent's worth of nutrients that are coming down the river and then spread out there across these different habitats. The total biomass, just the amount of living organism that is in there in the water, is beyond imagination.
Nature can be thought of as a factory. It produces goods that we use, the food we eat, the air we breathe, the water we drink.
30% or so of the seafood for the United States comes from these Mississippi River-built marshes.
You can think of the Mississippi system as a funnel through which a huge percentage of our national trade flows. When you try to put an economic value on the Mississippi Delta, you get a number between $12 and $47 billion a year.
We lose, it's been estimated, a football field every 45 minutes. So we can tell you we're going to lose 24 square miles this year. The reason why New Orleans was able to withstand hurricanes in the past was that we had 20, 30, 40 miles of contiguous marsh, solid land between the city of New Orleans and the Gulf of Mexico. And that land would absorb a lot of the hurricane surge. We're going to rely on the Mississippi River to be managed differently than it is today. Today it's managed primarily for flood control, navigation. We need to manage the Mississippi River as a total asset.
Now we have to think about what we want the next 50 to 100 years to be like, and then think about how we can take actions that steer it in that direction. Not steer it backwards, steer it in a new direction, forwards.